#1 road.
Dragon Lady approved. Everybody that's been running around the damn internet, not from Arizona, but visiting Arizona, and going up on the Mogollon Rim, the Mogollon Rim, what the hell else have they been calling it? The Malaganan Rim. It's pronounced the Mogollon Rim. It's not that hard. It looks nuts. It takes some time getting used to it, but so you know, it's pronounced Mogollon Rim. Anyway, that's where we're going. We're going up on the rim. We have found, well, I like to do Dragon Lady, and probably could care less. She just wants to go on a trip. Sometimes I see something on Google Earth that looks a little weird on satellite imagery, and I can't make out for the life of me what it is. And it bothers me. So, like deeply. Not really that much, but I do get very curious as to what that is. Maybe some big structure, maybe some kind of a whatever. But I found one a few months ago, and it's been kind of bothering me. Been wanting to go. It looks like on Google Earth, for all intents and purposes, a concrete sunken pyramid recessed into the ground in the middle of freaking nowhere. There's no reason for anything to be there, let alone that. So we're gonna go see what it is. It's up on the rim, north of the rim, way out on the cattle plains south of Winslow, Arizona. We just rolled through Payson on our way up to the rim. That's another trick, by the way, for people that can't pronounce Mogollon Rim. We don't in Arizona. We just say the rim. And everybody knows what rim that is. There's only the one. That's your welcome to Arizona lesson, so you don't sound so much like a tourist next time you're here. You can, those of you that made videos, I've seen videos around YouTube of people just tearing up the name. You can now go back and correct your videos and republish them. I would appreciate that. You can cut that off now, unless you have something to say.
Two ships passing in the night on the stormy sea. You got your navigation lights pointing right at me. From the dead of the night, far away from land, searching for a harbor or a quiet strand. You could be the anchor that keeps my feet on the ground.
So we just found a, where are we? There's the truck. We're over, that's Clear Creek right there. Kind of a little canyon we have to get around, which we're working on doing. But we found a little spot on this side, the south side of Clear Creek. It's kind of a cool little view of the canyon. We sort of are liking this. That back there, that big red mound, is our mystery objective. Probably. Almost certainly. But we still don't know what it is. From Google Earth, it doesn't look like much of a mound. It kind of looks like it's sunk into the ground, although now from here it looks like the ground is built up and the pyramid is sunk down in. It might be some kind of a reservoir, but weird that something like that would be built way out here. And for what? Like, it's not there to feed anything. So, I don't know. We'll find out more when we get there. Although, I doubt there are signs on it that tell us exactly what it is, what it's for, and why it's there. So, who knows what we'll find. Where are you going? What?
Away from the camera.
Why? Say hi. Hi again. We do
Hello.
this every time, and it's the stupidest thing. And I don't think I've included any of them yet in the final, because they come out stupid.
I would be the rock that keeps you from drowning. I'm your sail when the wind is blowing. I'm your oar if you need to row. I'm your raft when the river's flowing. I'll follow you wherever you may go. Been breaking through the waves under stormy skies. Been racing with the tides and the hurricane's eye. Been sailing through the light of the northern star. 'Cause I knew that it would lead me to right where you are.
So while we were up on the reservoir, I guess it is, we could see down there, if you can see, the roof of a little building. We could plainly see the roof, or the whole side of the building from up there. So now we're going to go down and check that out.
I'm your sail when the wind is blowing. I'm your oar if you need to row. I'm your raft when the river's flowing. I'll follow you wherever you may go. I'm your sail when the wind is blowing. I'm your oar if you need to row. I'm your raft when the river's flowing. I'll follow you wherever you may go. I'll follow you wherever you may go. Ships passing in the night on on the stormy sea.
We got to the thing. You can see the map shows the big pyramid-shaped reservoir as a reservoir, just as a body of water. We also found right below the triangle that is us, all that pump stuff coming up the cliff wall. So we solved the mystery of what it is, which is a big reservoir, which is, I mean, it kind of looks like it does on Google Earth, but what we have no idea why, or no idea of, is why it's here, what it's for. There's nothing around for miles that it could be serving that you would have a reservoir for. It's way, way too big to be a cattle tank, plus the cows don't have a way to get into it. Oh well. Now we're going to drive on and then just go into the woods and camp someplace. Mission accomplished. We found the thing. That's all that was good for. That's it. But that's kind of what's fun about these trips. I like doing these. Just go there and see what that is. We're going to meander our way on out of here back down towards the forest and find our campsite somewhere in the vicinity of the Rim or Barbershop Canyon. So we'll be checking in more later. So we just drove past some crazy compound, looked like the wild militias. That's Arizona for you. That was the government driving by, taking pictures of me. That place is awfully green. Like the house is green. It's the greenhouse. All right. Anyway.
You done rambling?
Yeah, I get to where I'm talking just because the camera's rolling. I don't have anything to say. I just make shit up. So we just got our camp all set up under the tarp because it was pouring ass rain when we started. All built onto the back of the truck. No sooner than the tent is completed, when this happens in the sky. No more clouds. They're all going off down that way. Say good morning.
Good morning.
I'm not going to say good morning because it isn't. There's no such thing. I had a coffee. Here it is. Ooh. There's fog rolling in on us. It's pretty cold. It's October up on the rim. What are we at? 32,000 feet?
32,000 feet, really.
17,000?
Or maybe 4 or 5.
Bullshit. Prescott's at 4 or 5. Payson's at like 5. So we're at, I don't know, 7 or 8,000 feet up on the rim.
I don't think we're that high.
I'll look it up. And yeah, I think when we left off yesterday, we just got camp set up and the rain stopped. The skies went blue just in time for sunset. Made for a bitchin' sunset through the trees and the edge of the rim. We're about 50 or 100 yards from the edge of the rim, out on a point. Woke up this morning and it's overcast and there's mist rolling across. But you get a lot of that on the rim very often. Whatever weather is kind of over pacing comes up the rim and doesn't really go up in the sky here. It just sort of crawls along the ground. Kind of bitching. There's always supermassive strong winds coming up the face and over the edge. When you stand right at the edge, there's usually some really cool effect that a foot back, no wind. Take a half a step forward, right to the edge, and get almost knocked on your ass by the wind. It's really, really cool. And for those afraid of heights, you can't fall over the edge. It'll send you back. Don't try that at home, kids. Yeah, and we had the brilliant idea of, hold on. So we had the super bright idea last night to put the tent under the tarp. Because it was pouring ass rain, and that wasn't so much. The tent is super waterproof. We trust it implicitly that way. But the getting in and out, we're like, well, shit, if we're going to get in and out of the trailer, in and out of the tent, let's put the door of the tent under the tarp. That's cool. Killed all of our room. That underneath that tarp is spacious. So that turned out to be for naught because it wasn't raining once we were all set up. So, whatever. That's cool. We decided to leave the tent where it was. It sure as hell wasn't worth moving it. That's it. We're going to pack up now and head home. It doesn't USB charge on the camera, and we don't have the charger with us. There's lots that we forgot on this trip, but we wound up, what was it, Wednesday? That we were like, you want to go out of town this weekend?
Yeah, kinda.
I don't know, maybe. And then even Friday at lunch, we had lunch together Friday. And Friday at lunch, it was like, well, are we going out of town this weekend or not? I don't know, maybe, probably not. And then, like, what was it, late Friday afternoon or Friday evening?
Probably Friday evening.
Yeah, Friday evening, like when I got home from work. Yeah, I guess we're going out of town. Let's start packing. We just, like, flurry packed, and many things were forgotten. Like one whole camera bag of our big DSLR camera didn't come with, and that bag contains the charger for the Nikon's, the little Nikon's battery. What else did we forget? Lots of the food stuff, lots of kitchen stuff.
Yeah.
Not sure how. That stuff after the last trip got scattered into multiple storage locations, and only one kitchen storage location was brought was packed for this trip. We're looking to remedy that. We've also got a permanent final solution coming soon, but not for another couple months, that will eliminate all of that crap, all of our kitchen shit, all of our bedding, pretty much all of our camp will be stored in one place. That'll be nice. Because as it is now, we're picking through the gear that we use on motorcycle trips, grabbing some of that stuff, grabbing some car camp stuff, and stuffing the truck full and heading out. Usually we remember everything, but that's when we've got a couple of days of making little checklists and checking them twice. So yeah, but for a single nighter, stuff forgot like that, big deal. You could pretty much go out for an overnighter with what's in your pockets if you got to. In fact, it'd be kind of fun to do that one time. Let's do that next time.
Do what next time?
We pack nothing.
No.
Just what's in our pockets. We go.
No.
Yeah, we hit it.
You can do that one by yourself.
I think I might.
Then you go for it.
All right. Dragon Lady's inside the tent. She's just not this weird God voice narrating my bullshit. She's being busy and industrious and packing shit up. I'm standing out here yammering to this camera. I reckon hardier frontiersmen than myself know how to get a fire going with wet wood. I could probably force it if I wanted to spend the time, but we just made camp. Made camp, got the dinner going, and and the dinner was good. All right, I have 14 minutes left of battery on this thing. I'm bound and determined to use it all up, and then we'll put a fresh one in. That's kind of cool. It rained on us while we set up camp. Now it's raining on us while we take down camp.
No, that's not cool.
It's symmetrical. All right, I'm putting this camera away for a bit so it don't get wet. explain our whole weekend. It's still running, so.
What do you mean explain the whole weekend? We went on a trip. It rained a lot and it was cold.
There you go.
Keep pointing this camera at me.
Well, there we have it. That's pretty much our weekend in a 2 words at a time nutshell. The equal and opposite of me, because I'll yammer on and completely retell the entire story in real time. If we were out for 24 hours, I'll take 24 hours to tell you about it.
And exaggerate the whole time.
No,
Yeah.
I won't even mention the crocodiles.
What did you say the elevation was this morning?
37,000 feet.
Yeah.
Or 14. I think, though, it's 8. We got these topo maps here that we haven't looked at to confirm elevation on top of the rim. But I want to say it's definitely higher than 5 by quite a bit. It's probably around 7. When we stop for lunch, I'll get that and we'll confirm. Okay. We're at a steakhouse in Payson, but we just checked the elevation where we camped. 7860. 7,000.
37,000, not 14,000.
7,860 feet. When I gave an educated guess, I said 7,000 or 8,000 feet. Closer to 8,000 feet.
I was fine with that. The whole 14 and 37,000. That's your exaggeration.
So,
I'm hungry, so let's go.